like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. I ask you, to what end? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
I want to hear you say your name. Your name is Toby. What's your name?
Gunther.
Lord God, help that boy. They're gonna whip him dead.
What's your name? Say it! Toby! Who are you? Say your name. What's your name?
Toby.
Hi. Say it again. Say it louder so they all can hear you. What's your name?
Toby. My name is Toby.
Hi. That's a good nigger. Cut him down.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
It's your boy, V. Bennersville, the People's Champ, Chef V, Pumpkin Escobar, the Shogun of Charlotte, the Heisenberg of this ish is back at it with another live stream. What's going on, people? It's a rainy day here in the QC. What is going on? Shalom, Israel. Shalom, black people. Happy Sabbath day. We're going to talk a little ish, though. We're going to talk a little ish. We're going to get to this Keke Palmer-ish. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Before we get started, as always, number one moderator is in the house already. Amanaz, shout out. Please drop your link to your channel. Support, like, subscribe, and share all of this content we bring it to y'all. Support the channel. Support the mods. Strap in. Gonna talk a little ish today. This is a semi riff off. I don't know if I can call this a full riff off, because honestly, I'm tired of talking about these topics. It's the same playbook over and over. And y'all keep acting like it's brand new. Why y'all keep acting like that? Y'all don't know this is the playbook? I'm astounded. Shout out to Little Big Sis. Just got out of her chat. Great show she did. Uh, please drop her link to her channel if y'all don't know who I'm talking about. Danica Marie. Great show. But I was just fascinated by some of the things in her chat, man. People were saying. So that's kind of, I was already in the mode that I was going to talk about this topic. And I said, yeah, let me go ahead and wait till she finished. And I'm going to go ahead right on after her. So I kind of timed it perfectly. Shout out to the Little Big Sis. She doing well, man. Shout out. Take Heed woke me up with the similar topic this morning. Shout out to her. Take heed. Let's get a link to her going too. Take heed to the message. Um, for those of you who say I hate women, right? My number one moderator is a woman. I just dropped 2 women content creators, but I hate women. I be pushing women. I be pushing y'all. I've been supporting from the beginning some of these content creators that y'all love. Crimson Cure. I was on her when she was in the hundreds, right? I am Shalakini. I was been on her channel. Been a calling guest on her channel for years now. Right? Hmm? Messy Michonne. All I'm doing is dropping women channels right now, right? I mean, come on. I'm the people's champ. Get this camera going right. Yeah. So I find that talking point funny. But and when I get in men asses, where y'all ladies at? You get them, V. Nah, y'all don't say nothing like y'all ain't see me do it. I'm harder on the men than I am on the women. But soon as I bring that smoke to y'all, the narrative, y'all want to try to paint me into a box, into a narrative, right? Find that funny. Let's turn these alerts down. I don't want to hear them. Let's turn these suckers off. So, if you don't want to be here, as always, don't be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here in these YouTube streets. Ooh, where did I get that from? A woman? Uh, I mean, come on. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Love Dorsey been saying that for years, right? If we could drop, she don't have a YouTube, I don't think. But let's drop her Instagram or her Facebook in the chat if we can. Y'all don't know about Love Dorsey. Come on. Haven't mentioned one dude yet. I'm dropping number women. Content creators that I support have been actively supporting and involved with for years. Hmm. Those are those ladies I mentioned who have been around here for years. Some of them have been. I call it down the middle. It is what it is. So I'm prefacing what I'm about this conversation with this for a reason, because I'm about to get in that ass. And I don't want nobody trying to bring that now. You hate women and you're going to click off as soon as you come in, as soon as you hear me bringing the facts. Because y'all have a tendency, if you don't like something, you can't hear it. You only want to hear the things that you like. So one-dimensional. Find it astounding. But yeah, so I'm gonna address one of the questions that was in Lil Big Sis chat. I think the person's name was Motel 6. Asked the question in the chat. Should I abandon black women or something? I'm paraphrasing. I can't remember the exact verbiage, but that's the point. Should I abandon black women? No, I never said that. I love black women. Never said that. He wasn't. The question wasn't to me. It was just a general question, but I'm responding. No one is saying that. What I've been saying is protect yourself at all times. So if you're going to jump in the arena with a black woman, understand what you're jumping into the arena with. Understand that. Good, bad, ratchet, nice, whatever, however you want to classify them. If you ain't prepared to deal with black women, then don't deal with them. Matter of fact, don't deal with no women. If you ain't prepared, that's the problem with a lot of you dudes, and I'm assuming this is a dude, is you're not prepared. You don't know what you're dealing with. You're late bloomers. You're late to the game, and you're trying to jump into the deep end instead of starting out slow. So you want to jump in and wonder why you getting the results you getting, because you ain't me, but you think you me. You think you equal to me. I'm the people's champ. You can't do what I do. They not going to respond to you the way they respond to me. It is what it is. You're not that guy. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. You're not the man. That's what we used to say when I was in middle school. You're not the man. But too many of y'all get on this manosphere, you hear a couple of talking points, and you think automatically things apply to you. You could do it because some other dude did it. You not that dude. Be honest about who you are, which is why you're asking that punk ass question. Yeah, I said it. See, that's the other thing. We too polite in this politically correct world today where everything is considered disrespectful. No, some things is just truth. You're a punk ass ninja, and you know you are. You not that guy. Be honest about it because the women see it. They see it in you. They see the bitch in you. It ain't too many content creators. Ain't too many men who gonna give it to you like I give it to you. I'm gonna come out and tell the truth because I mean I've been doing this all my life. I've been doing this on here for at least a decade. It's the same thing. I've been saying this, but y'all too busy. Y'all want women to like y'all, and you don't realize by being that bitch you are, they don't like you anyway. It don't matter that you trying to agree with them and not offend them. Guess what that is, dude? That's simping. Now, am I rude or belligerent to women? No, I'm not. Actually, most women love the way I talk to them. I'm very polite. I'm very respectful. But when it comes down to that ish, I call it like I see it. And I don't pull no punches. I don't pull no punches for my mama. So I damn sure ain't doing it for y'all. It is what it is. And I've been a professional communicator in corporate America for 30 years. Have no problem communicating with people. But the problem is, what are y'all communicating? What is all this simping got y'all? And y'all think because you got deep voices, you got a little swag, you make a little couple of dollars, you're not a simp. You're still a simp. If the last year ain't proved nothing, It's a lot of dudes with money, millions of dollars out here simping. Because you're not that dude. Because you could play basketball. Because you could rap. Because you could get on TV. Or you got celebrity. You're not that dude. And that's why y'all struggling. And I see the struggle in y'all when y'all get in these chats, the questions and comments y'all make. I could tell you struggling with your manhood. You struggling. I said what I said. Shout out to Shalakimia. I said what I said. If I didn't mention it earlier, please drop her Facebook. She definitely has a no. She has a YouTube. Drop her link, please. Shout out and tell her the champ sent you. Tell her V Ben Israel sent you. And a lot of y'all have false confidence. We're gonna bring this back around, you know. A lot of y'all have false confidence, and you've reinvented yourselves on the internet. And we know this ain't true in real life because it don't even come out fluently in what y'all be saying. It ain't fluent. It's you just rehearsed, man. You heard a couple of talking points and you just trying to throw them out there. And guess what? We've heard a lot of this shit before. So women are adapting. That's what they do. They're prepared for some of y'all responses now because y'all are so reactionary. It's like you're playing checkers. They make a move, you make a move. They make a move, you make a move. Y'all don't play chess because it's not natural to you. It's not organic. Me and Real Bravado talked about this the other night on his show. It ain't in y'all, man. And we saw that when he was reviewing the video with the dudes. The girl was eating them their asses up. Even though we disagreed with her talking points. But as far as the debate itself, she won that shit. Or the argument, we want to call it, whatever you want to call it, she won. Because they weren't prepared. It wasn't in them. You're not that dude. Now, if you swap out those two dudes that we was talking about with me and Real Bravado, it would have been a whole different conversation. I assure you. And anybody wants to put that to the test, we will. And yeah, I'm speaking for him. I'm sure he gonna roll with me on that. Drop Real Bravado Network in the chat, please. It is what it is. And he's a nice guy. He knows how to talk to women. But we're going to say things you don't like. That's what it is. That is what it is. But y'all so busy trying to be politically correct. Y'all scared to say what you really think, which is a lie. That means you're speaking lies. You can't even be real with yourself. You putting on a show. And I know this wasn't supposed to be part of the topic, but I had to get this out because of what Motel 6 said. Somebody else, and they came back and said, "Why y'all attacking her?" Because everybody in the chat, Danica had well over 500 people in her chat consistently the whole time, and the girl was the um, daughter of kings or lioness of kings or something was the handle. Yeah, I call people out on this show. It's my show. I'm the people's podcast. I'm gonna call you out. Or whoever that person was, I can't remember what their actual name was when the Motel 6 was asking why we attacking. And I put in the chat right before she went off the air, so I don't know if a lot of people saw my comment. But my comment was, and Crimson Cure has warned y'all of this. Hyenas get bit by lions. That's what it is. So if you a hyena, you jumping or you coming around lions and lionesses, you are going to get bit. And I don't apologize for that. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. I don't apologize for you getting bail. Why you do it like that, V? You disrespectful. You ain't have to go there. Fuck all of y'all punk ass niggas. Ain't no pacts between lions and men. Achilles told y'all that 1,000 years ago. You jump in the arena with a lion, it is what it is. And that's how we know what you are. Because your sensibilities get offended. Other lions don't get offended. Lionesses don't get offended by what I'm saying. That's how we know what y'all are. I told you, y'all pathology tells us, or y'all talk too much, and it tells us a lot about y'all pathology and what you really are. And you don't know me, V. Yeah, no, we do. Because it's an assessment. It's not a, what do y'all call it? You can't judge me. Yeah, actually, people can. We make judgments all the time. And a new one, you can't make generalizations. Yeah, actually, the world is ran on them. But it's called an assessment. And some of us, especially those who've operated on high levels in their lifetimes, you understand that people have that skill to assess people. These are your salesmen. These are your managers. These are your supervisors. These are your people, your hiring managers. It's a skill that we have. We're able to assess people beyond what you actually put out there. And y'all get frustrated because somebody saw through your bullshit. We saw through your fugaziness. We saw through your front, and your card is getting pulled. Or as the old men would say back in the 70s, we pulled your coat, young blood. Your coat got pulled. Your card got pulled. Or we saw your tail, like they say in the poker world, to use that reference. Right? Shout out to Phil Ivey for all my poker heads out there. That's my boy. Right? But y'all get mad because y'all thought y'all could reinvent yourselves on the internet, but we see through you. 70% of communication is nonverbal. It's nonverbal, so it ain't always what you say. A lot of times it's what you don't say that tells a lot about you. All right, so we gonna get into today's topic, man. I ain't gonna long stroke y'all too much, man. I ain't gonna long stroke y'all too much with the monologue. We gonna get into it. Keke Palmer. Keke. A lot of y'all had an affinity for her ever since she was young because she had that little sis in the hood vibe, little sis from the hood vibe. And we liked her because of that. We was proud to see one of us, one of our own, make it. You know, she didn't have that I grew up in the suburbs vibe. She had that I'm from the hood and I made it vibe. And we loved her for that. Unfortunately, it wasn't sustainable like for her or any of the ones who came before that who had that same vibe. Jada Pinkett was one of them too. Jada Pinkett, when she came out on Different World, had that vibe, and we immediately gave her the love. She was one of us. She was from the hood. And we ain't even know what hood, but we knew she was from the hood. And eventually we found out it was Baltimore, right? She had that vibe versus all of the suburban girls who was on that show, the Whitleys, the Denises, um, and the rest of them. I can't remember all their names, but y'all know the characters. Jada was the hood chick. She was one of us. She was one of our own. But guess what? It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable. The only reason her career had the longevity it had, which wasn't much, was because of Will Smith. She always tried to latch on to whoever was the hot dude. That was her hustle. I think something in her acting ability was limited, and she never built onto the the little bit of momentum that she got after Set It Off. She never built onto that, and it kind of just became nostalgia. Like we was kind of hoping for her to take it to the next level, but she never did. Hold on a second, I got a comment. Let me see what I got here. I got to keep up with them when I notice them. All right, RBN says, no, we got down with Jada. Hold on. When we saw her get fucked in the movie Jason's Lyric. Yeah, I mean, but even before that, man, even before Jason Lyric, I mean, we was riding with Jada from different world, man. And but even in Jason's Lyric, she got behind or latched on to two hot dudes on the rise. That was the pretty boy actor, I forget his name, with the good hair, and that was Tretch. She always liked the bad boys. Tretch was her brother, in the movie. And also Bokeem Woodbine was in that movie, Forrest Whitaker. So she hopped on that. She has That's what she does. She was never able to stand on her own. Ever. That was Monique's problem too. It was always that chick in the movie with other people. We love them. We like them. But they never. So anyway, going back to Keke, same thing. But unfortunately, in her generation, she was never able to latch on to anybody. Ride the wave with somebody else. So I mean, and she didn't need to. I mean, if she was going to run Jada's playbook, of course she did. But I mean, she had acting skills at an early age. We saw that in The Killer and the Bee. You know, um, but she kind of feminism and womanism more so. I'm not even going to say feminism. I'm going to use the correct verbiage. Womanism. She got that in her head and the gynocracy, and she got too big for her britches. What has she really done since A Killer in the Bee? I'll wait. I'll wait. What has she done? Somebody tell me something of notoriety. I'm sure she's had some kind of acting role. I know she did a part with Key and Peele, where she was Luther's counterpart when he was Luther was the anger manager for Obama, and she was Michelle. No, she was the daughter. She was one of the Obama's daughters, anger manager on that skit that time. What did she do? What did she do? I mean, really? And I'm sure she's had opportunities, TV or movies, but I don't know who on her team, but they ain't kept her out there. Same problem Jada had. They always went for the knockout punch instead of just doing. what I call the Cuba Gooding Jr. method. You know how many movies that guy got? Oh my God. Oh my God. Some straight to DVD movies. That dude stay working. I mean, that dude started as a kid. Remember, Cuba Gooding Jr. was a child star. Most notable, he was in Coming to America, right? He was getting his hair cut. But he always stayed working from a kid to adulthood. And I mean, God, he has a resume. A lot of y'all might sleep on Cuba. Stay with that resume. Hold on. What we got? Almanaz says hello to the Real Bravado Network. Let's see what else we got. RBN is back. What did he say? He says she did that one movie and then the other one. I can't remember what it was, R. TJ, I can't remember. I'm thinking like you thinking. I remember one movie, but it's another one I know she did, but it ain't really grabbing my attention right now. And I'm a movie guy, so I don't remember it. She was never really pretty. She's not a pretty girl. She's an average black girl. And let me clarify that because a lot of y'all women, y'all hate that. When let me explain man talk to y'all because I don't do female talk. Okay, scale from Kevin gave y'all the scale. Even though I don't agree with his scale, I'm gonna use it. 1 to 10. 7 is not an option. 8s, 9s, and 10s. 8 was Beyonce. Kelly Rowland was a 9. Rihanna was a 10. I don't agree with that, but we're gonna use that as the metric, right? Nicki Minaj was a 9. Okay. Average is 4s, 5s, and 6s. Now I'm adding on. I'm trying to complete Kevin's work because I believe he died too soon and he didn't get to clarify this. But he was mainly talking about high value men and the women that they were interested in. He wasn't talking about all men. 4s, 5s, and 6s are average as most of us. We are there. That's where we are. 1s, 2s, and 3s are the below average people. Now let me macro this for a minute, right? Let's focus on the average people. 4s, 5s, and 6s. 5 is dead average. You're absolutely average. 6 is you're slightly above average. 4 is you're slightly below average. It's time to be honest about what people are. Keke Palmer is not above average. She's average at best when she's done up. When she's done up, remember Kevin said it was supposed to be fresh face, right out the shower, your hair, right? No makeup. Maybe a little lip gloss, but no foundational makeup. That's the metric. Tell me she ain't average at best. Please tell me Keke ain't average at best. Her body is average. Once you go to her body don't even bump her up. She don't even really. She don't even have average black girl body. She got a below average black girl body, if you ask me. So at her best, she's a 5. At her best, but fresh face right out the shower, she's below average. No, V, that ain't right. She cute. She's pretty. No, she's not. Use the scale so we can all get on the same accord, right? Cute is 6. That's a 6. Pretty would be Beyonce. Beautiful would be Kelly Rowland. So you saying, oh no, she's pretty. Y'all saying she equal to Beyonce? Is that what y'all saying? No, the hell no, you ain't saying that. And I don't even think Beyonce all that pretty, but I'm going by the scale. Come on now. I'm with you, RBN. We think a lot, bruh. I'm with you. We think a lot. A lot alike. We can't remember the shit. I agree with you. But we got to get on the same accord with this metric. And y'all women, and I get sick of y'all when y'all do it. No, she pretty. No, the bitch is ugly. I'm not talking about Keke. I don't think Keke's ugly. But I'll be giving an example of having a conversation with somebody. And I'll be like, no, she's not. Oh, no, I think she's pretty. First of all, it doesn't matter what you think. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson, my cousin. It don't matter what you think. It matters what men think. We decide. I don't go around telling y'all women tell me a guy is handsome or he's attractive or whatever. I believe y'all. Except Idris Elba. That's the one I don't agree with. I disagree. That nigga look like a cab driver from Africa or some shit. Y'all just like to hear on TV. But the rest of them ninjas that y'all say is pretty boys and look all good, the Morris Chestnuts, the Shamar Moores, the Denzels, I rock with y'all on that. I don't question y'all. I don't challenge y'all. But every time a man tells y'all what is pretty and what we believe is pretty, then what we are the buyers. So what we think matters. Y'all are the sellers. I don't care what y'all think. Let me give you an example of that. Take let's talk cars, right? I always go to cars. You're selling a car. Everybody who sells a car always or has a trade-in always thinks their car is worth more than what it is. And it's not. Very few, unless you have sales experience or you're familiar with the car buying process or market, you're always gonna be wrong on your trade-in value. Always. But at the same time, you think this new car that you're trying to buy, you should get the new car for less. But your used old piece of shit bucket, you should get more for it. I remember one time a person was trading in a car. Um, Nice guy, white guy. He had a 1991 Mustang 5.0. And I mean, it was nice. It was nice. Clean, mileage was good, but he added flow masters to it. He added some upgraded rims on it, some racing rims. He had a B&B shifter on it. He changed out the headers. All of the shit a Mustang buyer would want. But taking it to a dealership, they're going to give you book value. And unfortunately, when you add those accessories, ladies, them eyelashes, that weave, it lowers your value. It doesn't matter what you think. Are there guys in the marketplace who like that? Sure. The average man tells women all day long, don't do that shit. Same thing with the Mustang. The average car buyer is not going to appreciate those things, those enhancements. So I had sold his father a truck. He wanted to get a truck like his dad. I had sold his sister a car, so they knew me. The father was the fire chief down in KC, South Carolina, just outside of Columbia. Um, and the son wanted, you know, they had a circle of people. The dad was a fireman, a brother was a fireman. They were all in that police and fireman squad. So he wanted to upgrade to a big boy truck. He wanted an F-150 like his dad. Unfortunately, the dealer was only, and I'm not the dealer, I'm the salesman. So the dealer is only going to give him $1,000 for this car. It was really, the book value on this car was $500. Straight up, it was only worth $500. This was 1999. This car, it wasn't a 91, it was an 89. It was 89. So this car was almost 10 years old. They don't even make this model no more. It was booking out at 500,000 plus with all of the add-ons. He lowered the value of his car. I talked the dealership into the dealer didn't give him 1,000 because I promised I would be able to sell the car independently for at least 5,000 if we put it on the lot. I said I guaranteed my dealer, my boss. I said, hey, real talk, this car ain't gonna make it to the lot. One of these mechanics or salesmen is gonna buy this car. So whatever you put into this car, you're gonna get your money back. Sure enough, the dealer didn't care. So he was willing to sell it. Salesmen, mechanics, personnel that works at the dealership could buy the car for book value, whatever we got in it. So guess what? That created a bidding war. So everybody had their eye on that car. And Monday morning, I traded that car in Friday. Come Monday morning, I got there early, like 8 o'clock. Before I got there, that shit was already sold. A mechanic had came in an hour early and paid cash for it. He paid $1,700 for it. Remember, the dealer was only going to give my customers $500 for it. So now I got my customer extra $1,200. I happen to be right. I was the Mustang expert, so I was known for that around the dealership at Pulliam Ford in Columbia. I was known for that. I was the Mustang guy. So I vouched for my customer. I said, hey, I wanted to buy the car. I was going to pay 1,000 for it. I didn't think it was going to be a bidding war. I thought I was going to be able to slide in there 8 o'clock in the morning, cop that car, and stash it somewhere until I can get one of my boys to drive it down to Orangeburg where I was living. But ladies, it's the same thing. I rambled. Sorry about the ramble. Hold on. Okay. Women, you're the same way. You think your value is higher than what it is. Keke Palmer is a 5 at best. And I'm counting everything, not just her face. I'm counting her body. I'm counting the little bit of money she got, her little bit of celebrity. She ain't even big enough as a celebrity. She ain't all of that. She ain't even on the level Jada was at. She never made it to Jada's level. But y'all overestimate yourselves too much. Be honest. And there's nothing wrong with being average. I told a young lady at my dialysis clinic, it was a girl there who's a bona fide 8. Both girls are right around, they're under 30 years old. One of them is a bona fide 8. No question about it. She's gorgeous. The other girl is a regular girl, but she's average. She's in that 4, 5, 6 category. But I told her, I said, you're the one at your level, you're the one that's going to get married. She won't get married. Because men don't look at chicks like her to marry. And they were struggling with what I was telling them. I said, just go down your family tree. Look at all of the women you know that got married. The older women. I ain't talking about these young girls. The older women. You look like them. They don't look like her. Let's be honest about it. A lot of times, fellas, y'all think that what you want, the woman you want, is going to come in a certain wrapper. But no, she doesn't. The woman you want is probably not going to look like what you think she should. And that's where y'all F up. Especially in today's world with IG and Facebook and TikTok and all of this. These chicks that are in that realm, those used to be stripper girls. They was always around. Nobody married them back in the day. These was the what we called them in the 90s, the girls going wild girls. Those type of look chicks. They've always been around. The video vixen type chicks. Nobody marries those chicks except simps. And the marriage don't last long. Who of them chicks that got married is still married? I'll wait. Most of them chicks been married 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Can't keep a man. Right? Am I lying about that? Which one of these dime chicks that operated that way back in the 90s is still married to this day? I'll wait. That means them chicks would be my age. They would be in their 40s right now. Mid 40s, 45 and up. Who's still married? Who got married back in the 90s and stayed married? Which one of them chicks? Them video vixens, the Trinas, the all of them kind of chicks that had that look. Right? The superheads. Come on. Regular women, average women are wives. That's where your wives are, fellas. That's where they are. And you can't afford these eights, nines, and chicks anyway. That's what Kevin was trying to tell y'all. You can't afford them. You ain't about that life. You're not that dude. Those women, pussy ain't free. No pussy is free. It's going to cost up front or it's going to cost in the back. You're going to pay somewhere. And you getting with chicks that's ranked that high with a high SMB like that, those chicks are expensive. You can't even afford to get their hair done, keep their nails done, get their clothes, entertain them, pay for their entertainment. Them chicks ain't just sitting home making cornbread and collard greens. That ain't them chicks. Them chicks ain't sitting home raising kids. See, that's what Keke Palmer went wrong. She thought she was that chick, but she's the cornbread and biscuits chick and didn't want to be that chick. And the gynocracy backed her and gave her the big head. Nah, girl, you can see how the mama talked. Somebody said in Dominique Marie's chat that the mama looked like the foster mom from Antoine Fisher. Yeah, I agree. That's the and she looked like the Miss Pearly from Friday. Tell your daddy I said hi. Yeah, she looked like that chick. But so Kiki's dad was probably his punk ass ninja. Yeah, I said it. That's how you could tell because mom got the attitude. Mom got the attitude. The attitude of mom tells you what dad was like. And we we talked about this on Danica Marie's channel. A lot of the men just sat back and let those women run the show. Them punk ass ninjas. Yeah, I said it. I told y'all before, and I've been saying it for years. Y'all been romanticizing y'all daddies and granddaddies, and now your granddaddies. Them dudes was punks. They wasn't running shit. That's why we had the gynocracy, and the gynocracy is what it is. It didn't just start with this recent generation of modern women, as y'all call them. Them old biddies was acting the same way. The environment was different. So they couldn't be out in public acting like that, but best believe in the house they was acting like that. The mamas and the daughters picked it up from the mamas. Then the environment changed in the 70s and 80s, and we got what we got in the 90s. It went off the rails. It went off the rails in the 90s. Guess what? Those group of mamas in the 90s, because those are the grandmamas today. Those are the mamas and grandmamas today. They was tossing it up back in the 90s down there in Freaknik in Atlanta, right? They was at Greek Fest in Virginia Beach. They was at the bike rally in Myrtle Beach. They was down there in Daytona at that bike rally. Guess what them mamas been doing? Since they got older. They kept doing it. They play like they Miss Goody Two Shoes, but look at the behavior. Those same group of women never stopped. Some of them still run down to Atlanta constantly. Some of them still run down to Myrtle Beach every chance they get. Some of them still, hell, they was all the damn CIAA here in Charlotte. Them old biddies. They wasn't coming here for no basketball. They was coming here to freak, getting rooms downtown and trying to pick up young boys. That's what they were doing. That's recently, like a couple of years ago. They just stopped doing CIAA. But see, y'all are out of touch. A lot of y'all ninjas, y'all don't know what's going on. And y'all don't pay attention. Yeah, your mama. Yeah, your mama. Talking about y'all mamas. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all feelings. Say I'm telling a lie right now. Anybody who know about CIAA. Say I'm telling a lie. I'll wait. There's a couple of y'all in the chat. Y'all know about CIAA, right? Say I'm lying about who down there. It wasn't young people down there. That was them old people down there. Them old alumni heads, them old AKAs and Sigmas and Deltas and say I'm lying. I need to get a yes or no. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Am I lying? Yes. Or nah, V, you telling the truth. I know Amanize know. Me and her used to talk about that shit. And it wasn't just CIAA. Any event that was in Charlotte, a Clemson game, any of the basketball games, they all them old ladies be hoeing. And they ain't got their husbands with them. They be down there by themselves. I remember me and Amanaz, we was down to Chima one summer because me and our birthdays are around the same time, and we always used to get the discount at Chima. We couldn't even get in the damn restaurant because the bitches was all up in the restaurant. We like, where all this traffic come from? Some kind of game or something was going on that year. Oh, they gonna start their hoeing. I didn't know that. They go. Amanaz says CIAA has moved to Baltimore, so they gonna take their hoeing up there. What else Amanaz say? Wait a minute. And a lot of old hoes that didn't even go to college. Facts. Facts. Or they damn sure didn't graduate. They fronting like they alumni. They went for a semester, got their refund check. Ooh, we gonna talk about that because see, that's an old game. People talk about these PPP loans. I'm going off on the tangent real quick. She just hit me with something. They didn't go to college. They went for a semester to get that damn loan, so they can get a car, and they dropped out. That's where the PPP loan scam. Shout out to Pocket Watcher with JT. Go watch his last two streams, y'all. If you don't know about Pocket Watcher with JT, please somebody drop the link. Please somebody drop his link. The last two streams he did, uh, he was talking about Janae White down there in Jacksonville, and he was talking about evictions and student loans. Please watch those. And a lot of the scammer shit he's been exposing. Y'all don't know the hustle. Y'all are oblivious to shit. Y'all don't know what's going on. I'm talking to a lot of y'all men, particularly women too, but a lot of y'all men. Y'all ain't up on the game. Y'all don't know what's happening out here in the world. Y'all don't know a lot of these girls, because I ask this question all the time. I'm going to give a scenario, right? We all know, and maybe I need to long stroke this a little bit, right? Because I want y'all to follow me with my logic. Because I think this goes over a lot of people's heads. Anybody who's ever rented a property knows that generally, you have to make how much to qualify for that particular property? 3 times the rent. Generally speaking, in modern era, I would say the last 10, 15 years it's been like that. Back in the day, it didn't used to be like that, but last 10, 15 years, definitely. Can we all agree on that? What Aminaz say? She says, Amina says that your mama hoe show was fire. Yeah, right? But going back to the apartment, can we all agree to qualify for an apartment today, you have to make 3 times the rent? Can we agree on that? Can I get an agree or A or something? Somebody besides Amanaz. I need one of y'all other people to participate. This is an active chat now. We participate over here. Unless y'all trolling me. Because I get those too. I get those hate watches. I get those trolls. But y'all trolls be too much of a punk to let yourselves be known over here. Because you know I'll bend that ass over and put you in a pretzel. So Amanaz says yes, right? So we're going to use Charlotte as the metric, right? Right now, the average 1-bedroom apartment in Charlotte is roughly $1,700. That's the average. This ain't nice. This is average. This could land you in the hood. Okay, $1,700. So how much money do you need to make to be able to qualify for a 1-bedroom apartment on average in Charlotte? I'm going to skip ahead and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. That's going to be right around $51,000 a year. If my math is wrong, please somebody correct me. I'm pretty good with numbers. I'm pretty good with them. We agreeing. I need another agreement. 51,000, right? I'm long stroking this for a reason, so y'all work with me. Y'all work with me. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going to land this plane. Shout out to Smitty. Shout out to Smitty's Corner. All right. I got another yes. Okay. So, explain to me, nationwide, the average salary for a black woman, the median salary is $36,000. So, how can a woman making $36,000 get an apartment that she needs to make $51,000 for? What is the difference between those numbers? Right? We talking about what? We talking about $15,000 difference, right? Between 36 and 51. The difference between 36 and 51. It got to be more than 6, right? Because if you add 6 to 36, you get 42. So it got to be higher because 10,000 to 36 would be 46, and another 5 would be 15. So it got to be 15,000. Or am I wrong? Got me confused. And I need to know. I need to know. I need to know that number because I'm going to land this plane, but I need to be accurate on this example. I didn't make this. I'm doing this on the fly. I didn't make this up ahead of time. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so we got a deficit of $15,000. Now I'm going to school y'all. I was talking to somebody. It might have been Amanaz I told this to recently. So what they can do, and this is totally up to the apartment complex, they can have somebody do a promissory note, like your mama, your daddy, your uncle, or somebody promise to pay X amount of money per month. So your mama agrees to give you $2,000 a month. Right? She does a notary, she gets it notarized, signs it, and they count that as income. See, they'll do that for the women, specifically black women, definitely, but they won't do that for black men at all. They will not do that. I couldn't get my mama or my aunt to, and it's not co-signing. This is a promissory note. Just a promissory note. Right? Anybody else know that? Is this new information for somebody? Anybody know that? So now some of y'all are thinking, well, we still $13,000 short, V. How all these girls get them apartments? Here's why they're getting evicted. Because the money ran out. The government pumped a whole lot of money into Americans' hands during COVID. And a lot of women took advantage of it. They all got apartments in the last year or two, right? So they used some of that as income. So JT exposed this scam. It's an old scam. Take out a bunch of credit cards, get the cash advances for them, and you count that as and you basically it's like a revolving cycle. You keep getting cards and using some of the money to pay off the car and getting new cards. This is what goes on. So that's what some of the income comes from. Some of the income came from them PPP loans. Cause see, a lot. That's where they now they're saying black women are the fastest group of business owners, right? That's the new lie. No, what they're really saying is black women created more LLCs than anybody other group of people. They were creating LLCs so they could front and get PPP loans and qualify for some of these programs and do scams. That's how they were creating the income. Also, now that you got an LLC, you could do a fake tax return and make it look like you're filing income taxes for your business, and you have more income coming in than you did. So it's all a scam. So once all of the government money started drying up, they couldn't pay their rent because they was in over their head. Because instead of saving money and managing that money, they were buying cars, they were going on girls trips, they was getting their hair done, their lashes done, their nails done, buying every laptops and iPads and all kind of shit for their kids and really balling iPhones and really balling out. This is how they did it. That's where that $13,000 deficit got made up. It was all on paper. It was never real money, but on paper, essentially a Ponzi scheme. You can make your taxes say whatever they want. That's why I don't go by taxes. I go by real W-2s. I go by bank deposits. I don't want to see what you. I could make up fake tax records all damn day. On paper, but Donald Trump, I mean, is going to court for this right now. He did it for all our lives, damn near. Right? So it's all a facade. Here, Keke is running around acting like she got more. Somebody said on the chat earlier, her net worth is $7 million. $7 million is damn near broke in California. For her, if she even had that much money at any point, right? She better not have a mortgage on a house. She better have bought her house in cash. If somebody had been financially advising her the correct way, and she shouldn't have been in California. But let's say she stayed in California, like a lot of them do. I mean, what did we Coach pulled up his house that in his neighborhood that he grew up in. That house is in Compton was like 1.5 million. Right? 1.5 million in Compton. So Keke ain't living in Beverly Hills, Brentwood, any of them West Hollywood. She ain't living in them neighborhoods that we usually associate with celebrities. And if she is, she in an apartment. She ain't in no house. She ain't in no condo that she owns. She better save her little $7 million so she can live for the rest of her life. When is the last time she got a paycheck of any significance? I'll wait. That 7 million sound like all the Killer and the Bee money to me. She need to live on that for the rest of her life. Do the math, y'all. How old is she? Somebody, Amanize, please Google how old is she. We about to expose this shit. How old is Keke? 25, 30? She in there somewhere, right? $30. All right. So let's say, I ain't even gonna say to the end of her life. Let's say she wants to make it from now to retirement, right? Or let's just say 30 years. Let's do a round number. Let's say she wants to make it to 60. Or no, let's even say 50. Let's just say 20 years, right? Now take $7 million and divide by 20 years. 7 million divided by 20. See, y'all don't know money. See, y'all, my brain automatically goes to this. Y'all don't even. Wait a minute, 39. What's 39? 7 million divided by 20? Can't be 39. Oh, okay. Thank you. So 7 million divided by 20. What we looking at? We looking at 70, 80,000. Come on, it got to be somewhere in there. I got to be right. I got to be close. I wish I had my other phone so I could do it. On the calculator on that phone. I can't. I don't want to switch off for this one while I'm streaming. Help me out. I mean, if we do it this way, right? 100,000 a year for 10 years is $1 million, right? For 10 years. So over a 20-year period, that would a million would be 50,000 a year, right? 7 million divided by 20 is what I'm trying to calculate. But 100,000 a year over 10 years is only $1 million. She's only got $7 million. Are we talking about 20 years? Okay. 350,000 a year. Now, let's take out for taxes. Or no, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she's liquid $7 million. She already paid her taxes. Because somebody did say earlier that was her net worth. So that should be after taxes, right? So she got $350,000 a year in California. And that got to stretch out over the course of 20 years. She not balling. She not balling. She not balling. Now, and that's being conservative at 20 years. So that'll get her to 50. What about to the rest of her life? What about her insurance she got to pay on herself? She ain't working for nobody. She got to pay her own insurance. What if she gets sick? Start taking off the expenses, y'all. That 350 is going to get ate up quick. She ain't living in no mansion. She might be living in a little apartment somewhere. She ain't driving no Bentley. She can't afford it. She wouldn't even be able to buy a house and keep up the property tax in California. She ain't got that kind of money. And trying to hang with other celebrities and go where they go and hang out like they hang out. That Vegas trip kicked her ass. Because you know she probably paid for most of her little friends and her little crew. That shit kicked her ass. Do the math, y'all. Y'all hear a number and a large number, and y'all don't apply it to real world scenarios. $350 ain't a lot, man. Uh, and I know she ain't play it smart because she ain't that girl. She probably taking care of her mama, sisters, and aunties. That 350 is getting chopped up. Am I lying? Am I making this up, y'all? What we talking about here? So, the title of the show is Keke Palmer equals Dominique Jones equals Amber Heard. Everybody's acting like Keke is so smart and she calculated this and she outsmarted this guy. No, it ain't her. There is a standard playbook. And you see this same playbook get ran over and over again. You make him into a victim. You make him into an abuser. You claim you're scared and he's dangerous. Then you file domestic violence charges. A lot of y'all don't, and I saw this in both chats this morning. A lot of y'all don't understand how the court system works. And y'all thought she had to show evidence to get the domestic, to get custody. No, she didn't. It's called an ex parte order. That's what it's called. That's the initial filing. You basically can go down to a magistrate judge at the courthouse or the police station, depending on your city, and claim you need domestic violence. All you gotta do is write up a story. Nothing is gonna be verified. You ain't gotta show no evidence, and they're gonna give it to you. And usually it's a 10-day order. And if you and a man are living together or a woman, they're gonna put the other person out. It's a restraining order. They have to leave the premises, even if it's their house. They gotta leave, and they can't contact you. They can't. It's basically a gag order on you. You can't say nothing because anything you say can be taken as a threat. So this is why Darius, saying his name Darius Jackson, this is why he's been quiet. He can't say nothing right now. He can't say nothing. And if he got lawyers, they definitely telling him, shut the hell up, boy. And they probably telling his family members to say it, to not say nothing too. All right? Ex parte order in North Carolina is called a 50B. restraining order, TRO, whatever, the same shit, is generally 10 days. He got to be out the house 10 days. And in 10 days, they have a hearing where they go to court because it takes a couple of days for them to serve him the papers and get him out the house. They usually do that within the first couple of days, right away, damn near. But sometimes the guy is hard to find. But if you know where the guy lives, he getting them papers right away. The sheriff is coming or police is coming, somebody's serving them papers. So anyway, you go to court. Now, she gets to present her case. You get to present your case. The judge makes a decision at that time. And in North Carolina, when the judge makes a decision to extend the order for a year. So if she got custody of the kids, that custody order will be extended for a year. Now, during that time, she can get it extended, and that gives her time to file for full custody in family court. Family court makes it permanent legal custody, but not a magistrate judge or a domestic violence judge. That's the way it works. So it don't mean nothing that she got a domestic violence thing on him right now. Those judges got like 100 or 200 cases per day. They going through them cases quick as hell. They ain't got no time for BS. And I tell y'all all the time, go sit down in a court in your city and just observe the proceedings. Y'all don't know. All y'all got is y'all personal anecdotal information. Go observe somebody else's court case. Just sit in court for a couple of hours and see how fast it's moving. They're not playing, and observe the process. It's not what y'all think it is. She ain't got to show no evidence. And if she lies, nothing happens to her. Say they go to court after the 10 days and he proves that she's a liar and she made the whole thing up. Nothing will happen to her. And women know this, and they've been weaponizing this system against men for decades. That's what y'all don't understand, because y'all don't know shit. All y'all go is your little anecdotal stories. I heard my cousin, my sister, my brother. Y'all don't even go to court for those people. I've been in domestic court over 20 times in my lifetime. And I've never seen this group of people supporting the men. You got to beg people to come to court to support you, your own fucking family. That's always been my experience personally and for other men. You only got people who really riding with you. And that might be one or two people. But you ain't going to get a gang of people to show up. And guess what? Neither is she. So all of these people that's claiming that he was violent and abusive, the mama, we going to see who show up in court and go on record and say that. We going to see who say that on record. Because what is it? The hearing they said is December 5th. Somebody can verify that. You normally don't make these court proceedings live. I wish they would so y'all could see this. Y'all don't know how court operates. Y'all don't know. And all of that shit Dominique Jones was doing in court, they gave her a lot of grace. Because them domestic violence judges don't play that shit. She had been up in one of them courts talking like that, they would have took her ass to jail for contempt of court. Talking that shit like she was talking. But keep in mind, that wasn't domestic violence court, and them judges knew they was going to be on camera. Put some of them domestic violence judges on camera and see how they be handling shit. But Dominique ran the same playbook on Travis Rudolph, right? Same playbook. Even though she was the perpetrator. She was the perpetrator. She put a hit out on that man. She walking around free today. All of this, go back to Amber Heard. Amber Heard followed the same playbook. She tried to stage photos. All of these movie stars, and nobody got a fucking camera. They all got no video camera. They all movie stars, but nobody got a video camera in their house. But Amber Heard was staging the videos and setting up the table to take the picture and all of that. Same shit. That's why I tell y'all men to protect yourselves at all times. Put the fucking cameras in your house. Put them in your house. Don't tell these chicks you got cameras in your house. Catch them acting. I want them, because see, if you tell them they got cameras, they're going to try to circumvent the camera, and that defeats the purpose of having the camera. Put cameras up in your house, some visible and some covert. They're too cheap. Contact your boy if you need to know how to do it. Especially you guys with money, pay me. I'll come do it. It won't be as much as you think. Depending on what you need, I can save. Look, if Johnny Depp had called me, he would have saved $100 million, and it might have cost him less than $1,000 for basic cameras in one of his condos. And it would have been up and running and ran off his phone and ran it remotely. Amber Heard would have never seen shit. Protect yourself at all times. Fellas, get a dash cam. Ladies, get a dash cam. So if you really dealing with these crazy ass ninjas out here that's beating y'all asses, I want to start seeing some video. I want to start seeing some video. I ain't seen these. I mean, I would think these videos would be viral by now. We see the viral videos about these women, but we ain't seeing about these men. All these cameras out in the world, we ain't seeing it. We are evidence. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying it doesn't happen to the extent that y'all say it does. Are there crazy dudes out here that'll whoop your ass? Sure there are. Is Darius Jackson one of them dudes? No, the fuck he ain't. He's not that dude. He's not that guy. Well, how do you know, V? How do you know? I know. He ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. Especially with her loud mouth. He might try to bully a quiet girl, but he ain't bullying her loud ass, Keke Palmer ass. Travis Rudolph wasn't that dude. He was a football player. But he snapped and got that gun and handled his business. Johnny Depp wasn't that dude. These type of women, they know what type of men to pick. All of those men have similar demeanors. Think about it. They're soft-spoken men. I ain't saying they punks, they effeminate. I'm not saying none of that. They all was simping. They all was simps. But Travis Rudolph was a masculine guy. Darius Jackson comes off as a masculine guy, but he's a simp. But those women are predators, and they go for. Keke would never do that to me. She wouldn't be attracted to me, no matter how much money I had, no matter what I look like. But somebody with my personality, she's gonna handle me. She couldn't handle me, and I'd have been cussed her mama out. I wish her mama. Ooh, that shit she was talking about. She talked to his brother. I'd have told that mama, mind your fucking business, lady. But see, y'all trying to be politically correct all the time, and that's where it backfires. See, if the brother had told mama to mind her fucking business from the beginning, she wouldn't be able to say what she's saying now. Well, why you ain't say that a year ago when I came to you? And see, this is why you say what you're supposed to say. Handle your business and stick to your frame from the beginning. Because they're going to use it against you if you don't. Well, why he ain't say nothing before? That's the script. There's a book on Amazon. It's called How to Ruin Men's Lives or something like that. I posted it in the chat earlier. This is in the playbook. There is literally a playbook. It's available on Amazon. All you gotta do is search for it on Amazon. How to Ruin Men's Lives. It has all of these techniques in it. This is what they're doing. They come, and women have been run even before that book was published. Women have been doing this shit forever. Somebody just put it in a book. But they know how to beat the system. That's what I was talking about the apartment. They know how to play the system. Y'all dudes don't even realize y'all in the game. Y'all, like Coach Greg Adams said, shout out to Coach. Y'all in love and men are in love and women are in business. Y'all a bunch of punk ass dudes. And I don't care how masculine y'all try to pretend to be. I see through a lot of y'all. And I can see soon as I get in one of these chicks' asses on sometimes y'all even do it with the men. Y'all when I get in a hyena's ass, whether it be a male hyena or a man or a female hyena, y'all come running with y'all Captain Saberho. No, V, you can't talk like that. You being disrespectful. You being disrespectful, V. That ain't right. Shut y'all punk asses up. Shut up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
People's champ, man. I don't know who y'all think y'all talking to. Like I'm gonna bow down to y'all bitch niggas. Like you telling me I'm being disrespectful is gonna make me change. Have y'all not seen my podcast? Do y'all not know me in real life? I mean, oh, we forgot. I gotta remind
I'll
you.
violate all your personal space, bitch. I'm that cousin always on punishment. I'm not the nigga you can play with.
I guess y'all forgot. No, V. No, it ain't right. Captain Sable again. By y'all men doing that, you telling us who you are, bitch niggas. Especially when you do it publicly. Because if you was men would do it, like even if you disagree with me, and I did that to a woman, and later on when we got by ourselves, V, hey, I'm your boy, right? You was a little out of pocket. You could have been, you ain't had to be so hard on her. You wouldn't have said it in front of the woman I just checked. You would have let her ass get checked, but you wouldn't have tried to check me in front of her. That's how niggas get their ass beat in real life. That's how niggas get knocked out. Trying to defend some chick who ain't even a chick. Simping. That's what a definition of a simp. Simp is. Hmm. Y'all ain't been around men. You ain't been around a group of men. Some of y'all had y'all daddies there, yeah. But your daddy was a simp. He was simping to your mama. So you grew up in a gynocracy. And that's what I kind of got on. It was a take heed. I was in her chat and I was saying, she kept saying alpha. I grew up in an alpha women family or something. There is no such thing as alpha women, first of all. They started applying alpha to women in the 1990s, and they were talking about successful businesswomen in a corporate setting. We're not talking about your mamas and your aunties and your sisters. That's a gynocracy. And that's what I said to her. We need to start using the correct verbiage, because this is how a lot of this narrative and culture gets created, because we use false talking points even when we know they're wrong. Stop doing that. It's not alpha women, it's a gynocracy. They are hyenas. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, your daddy was a male hyena, and you can only have that in a gynocracy. So you can't have a dominant mom unless your dad was a simp, because that's what they attract. Alpha women, quote unquote, don't attract alpha men. They attract beta men, and beta men who are simps. We got to start being honest about y'all punk ass daddies. And it be evidence in how some of y'all speak. Your daddy lets you get away with shit. And I ain't saying he was a bad man and he wasn't a good father, But when it came to the dynamic of your household, he dropped the ball. A lot of the men did, which is where the gynocracy come from. It wasn't a minority of those men. It was the majority of them. That's how the majority of our women are in a gynocracy. It's math. You can't you can't have it the other way. You can't have a minority of women of men creating a majority of women as far as the culture is concerned. Because men don't pass culture along. Women do. So them punk asses allowed the women to create this culture, and it's starting to come out with these old ladies. Because y'all always say modern women, and it ain't modern women, it's all of them. They always been like this. Go back to the 90s, go back to the 70s, go back to the 50s. The only thing different is the environment. Yeah, Big Mama was in the kitchen talking shit about your granddaddy and great granddaddy in front of your aunts and your mamas and them. And then when they had the opportunity to flex, they did when they became in power. And then in the 90s, they did it even more. It's been a gradual thing. It's gotten worse. The environment has gotten worse, but the women are the same. There are books on this. Men have been documenting this along the way. Now we just have YouTube where we're talking about it live, but it's been in the books. Ain't no such thing as a modern woman. Oh, it's only a modern environment. Mama proved that. If her mama was young, she'd be acting just like Keke is acting. I've been telling y'all that. And they keep proving me right. It's the same playbook. Keke, Dominique, Amber Heard, and countless others. They all play this playbook. Of course, she's gonna protect her money because she ain't got no money. Oh, she just don't want to pay child support. She ain't got no money. She can't afford to pay child support. She's already getting chopped up enough taking care of everybody else. But it was no guarantee that he was going to get child support because y'all are making an assumption that she has money. Every time we've looked up these net worths on celebrities, they're usually wrong. They're usually wrong. We're assuming she's liquid, got 7 million that she got access to. If she's smart, that's wrapped up in investments. And she ain't got access to that kind of money. She might only got access to about $1 million, if that. But y'all don't understand finances. And that's why y'all say these stupid things. That 350 that Almanaz posted in the chat, that was a best case scenario, assuming she paid her taxes and had it just sitting in a regular ass account where she could go take it out the account. That ain't how people with that kind of money roll. If she's smart, she got some kind of retirement, she got some investments, better have some real estate or she's gonna be homeless. Y'all don't know how them people roll, man. She might be living off of credit like the rest of y'all. She better have some good credit. She better have an 800 credit score. And then, I mean, a lot of these celebrities, they don't know how to manage their money. They don't have no accountants. They don't have no business manager. And she ain't even that big of a celebrity. So she probably ain't got none of that. None of it. And obviously, the way her mama talk, she ain't got nobody in her circle that got like, oh, my sister's the accountant and looking out for me, or my cousin's a lawyer. She don't come from that kind of family. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, that's my rant session. But we gonna pay attention. Mark my words. We gonna get some more facts December 5th. So we got just under a month. I don't know why the hearing is pushed back so far. It should be sooner than that. I need somebody to look that up, um, if we can, and get that information to me to find out when the court date really is, because it should be like 10 days. Maybe California is different, where they give it 30 days. I've never heard of it being 30 days. I've always heard it. I think the longest I ever heard was like 15 days. And that was because it was like a holiday. I mean, it's only like the 10th. So 10 days from now ain't even Thanksgiving. So I mean, when does the court let out? I mean, it seems like they should be able to get that in. And even if they couldn't get it in before Thanksgiving, get it in right after Thanksgiving. So that would be what? Maybe that would be December 5th. Maybe that's the problem. It's the holiday. I don't know. It just seems a little lengthy to me. It's 10 days from today. Well, well, she filed it last week, but I'm saying right now, that would be the 20th. When does the court let out? Maybe the court let out. I don't know. I don't know. It seems. And when did they come back? I was thinking they would come back like that Monday. If they get out before Thanksgiving, they should come back that Monday, I would think. I don't know. California is different. I don't know. I know North Carolina. I know Charlotte. I don't know. We're gonna stay tuned on that, y'all. We're gonna keep our eye on that one. And I mean, just think about it. All of these women lie. All of these cases that I mentioned, the woman lied. Every last one of them. Can anybody tell me a case where a woman told the truth in recent memory? And I mean a known case. I gave y'all notable cases: Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, um, uh, Travis Rudolph, and Dominique Jones. Even with the dude from Marvel, what's that guy's name? It was in Rocky. Um, I mean, give me a known case where the woman didn't lie, and the guy was proven to be this villain that she said he was. Somebody get back to me on that. Hit me up. I'm vbenisrael at gmail.com. Hit me up if y'all got that information. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. I done long stroke this enough. And you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is.
I know what it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right. Yet to fail, nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. I ask you, to what end? Dread it? Run from it? Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say,